Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today's March the 2nd, 2016. We're going to just review some of the calls that we made a little while ago, and one of them being that the Dow, when it cascaded here earlier in the year, it did in fact test this level that it made in late August. And it also tried to rally here, and at this point we didn't call for the rally to continue. We did in fact call for it to retest this low. And of course, it just came shy of that, just when everybody was freaking and getting very scared, ready to bail. And what does the market do? It does what it does best. It fools everybody, and for 3 straight days, it gains something like almost 1,000 points. And then we had a little retest of this range here a few days ago, and now we're onwards and upwards. So we are, in fact, in rally mode, and we are looking to converge in on some resistance here pretty shortly. So I can see this being a bit of a problem once it gets up another about 600 points from here. Bear market rallies tend to be quite sharp. Usually they're due to short covering and a lot of indecision, people afraid to catch the move and all this type of stuff, whereas in a real bull market they buy for specific reasons. They want to own stocks. A lot of bull market moves are kind of emotional moves where everybody's just kind of panicking to buy, so you get a bit of a melt up. And of course these things can dissipate very quickly. Here we have the VXX, and as I was pointing out in the last update, that it was in fact selling off, and today it's at 2232, coinciding with the move up in the general markets. And I'm looking for the VXX to still fall back into this trading range here, 2019. I have 22 puts, by the way, that expire Friday. And I bought another 11 today just for the heck of it. It's a bit of a gamble. But 11, I paid, 17 cents for them or something. So I think if this market continues to rally for the next couple of days, those 17-cent puts could, if this thing drops to 20 bucks here, which it very well could in the next couple of days, that 17-cent put could be worth 2 bucks. So I bought 1,100 of them. So let's see what happens with that. Okay, now we have Apple. Same thing. I was calling for a rally here, and it is in fact showing a nice bottoming pattern in here. This rally probably has some legs. I think, like I said in the last update, you could easily see Apple rally up to the 112 range. That's not out of the question at all. The RSI is not overbought. Look at Amazon. This one's a little more interesting. It's already met its downtrend line here, the 50-day moving average. It may stumble here. If it plows through, it should have some trouble getting up through 640 here. Amazon's a unique company, though. I mean, they do make oodles of money. But also notice that the rally is not technically very sound. You've got a drop off in volume here. You've got a straight up pattern, from 475 up to almost 600 in what, a month. I think there's going to be some serious profit taking coming in here shortly. We'll know when it's time, and that's when that VXX drops down precipitously into its low, and people fear not anything, and that's when you should be running for the hills. Here we have Facebook, same thing, very strong rally up. Look at the volume dropping off, and look at the pattern that it's making here. This is extremely bearish. You've got this thing running up in a wedge pattern right here. My God, I should get some puts on this thing. I think it's going to collapse soon. Even if it just goes from 109 down to 96, it'll be very quick. But this drop off in volume here is very, very eerie. This is scary stuff. I would not be touching this thing with a 10-foot pole. Netflix, same thing. It's a little slower out of the gate. Facebook is more widely owned. A lot of amateurs own it. You have to remember the IPO on it was something like 38 bucks. They ran it down to 19 to shake out all those same amateurs. And now they're all buying back at 100 and change. Anyway, so here you have Netflix, and you've got a nasty double top in play here, much the same as a lot of the tech stocks. So you have a rally up maybe 105 type of range. In this range here it should get to on this rally. RSI is not showing overbought yet. It has a bit of room to run, but I'd be careful. Barrick Gold, this is starting to turn negative on the MACD. The RSI has in fact peaked and is now turning down. The stock has a bearish candle that it put in here a few days ago at $20. That's the day we sold all our gold positions last Wednesday. We have a very narrow trading range. I can just show you quickly here. Like today it was up 40 cents, but well inside of yesterday's bearish candle. So there's some room to come down here for Barrick for sure. And then we could also look at Goldcorp, same type of deal. They've had some earnings that came out that were quite disappointing to the market. And today it was up, which looks on paper it looks great. I mean, it was up 71 cents, 3.82%, beautiful. But it did not overtake yesterday's high. This is bearish. So it's in a bit of a downtrend here. So I have to step back and just let it settle back. MACD is terribly negative. RSI is coming down. It's got some room to drop here. AXR, another interesting one. This one we were calling, when it was down here, we were literally screaming at people to buy it. And, it put in a beautiful double. And the RSI, in fact, peaked last Wednesday, just like the stock did. And now it's sold off very, pretty handily here from $1 down to 85 cents. Now it's on a bit of a, rally today, up 4.55%, which, sounds like a lot. Everything's great. But it has some room to drop here, as does gold. So I believe that, gold will continue to consolidate here. It's stubbornly staying up though, but the stocks are not telling me that that's going to be the case for very much longer. And the general markets are on a bit of a rally here, and everything's just hunky-dory. Till the next episode of whatever crap comes down the pipe that's going to scare the bejesus out of most investors again. And it's just a matter of time. It'll happen probably within 2 or 3 weeks. Thank you for listening.